How is everyone tonight? What? I can't hear you. No, really. Can't hear you. A person would then repeat themselves for a third time. I smile, nod my head to keep the conversation going. Life is becoming different for me. I feel it every single day changing. Sometimes I feel awkward, ashamed, embarrassed for not fully hearing, understanding another person's spoken words. A wasted breath. You see, life wasn't always like this for me. I used to never feel ashamed, awkward, embarrassed. When I was born with a skin tumor in my left eye. Skin tumor that left me, for the most part, blind. Now, if I was to shut my right eye in front of all of you tonight, it's just a blur. As I grew up, I had a fairly normal childhood, except I was self-conscious, constant doctor appointments. I was afraid of people not accepting me. The freak with the skin tumor on his eye. I was afraid of what people would think of me. But luckily, I grew up with some great friends from my neighborhood. Though, I did have the occasional kids who would try to bring down my spirit and make fun of me and ask me about all these different things. You see, my skin tumor was in front of the world to see. I couldn't hide it. It was visible. I always had to explain to others what it was. Perhaps that made me learn to own it, but I was still self-conscious. No girl's gonna want to date me. My skin tumor had little hairs on it. Freak I was. But I never let it stop me. Though I didn't understand why the nurses didn't be so quick to allow me to play sports. But luckily, I was able to play lacrosse, which had a helmet on. They tried to explain to me, Danny, you need to protect your right eye. I didn't care. I just wanted to play a sport. Little did I know the gravity of the situation. If I hurt my right eye, what then? And around 21, I was fortunate enough where, for once in my life, a doctor looked at me and he said, taking that right off. I wasn't going to argue against him. And so I had a cosmetic surgery. Removed it. And my secret, only I knew. I felt normal. No longer did I have a skin tumor. I felt great. But something at the time that I didn't realize was happening. Something was still wrong. I just couldn't put my finger on it yet. I'd be on the lacrosse field in college, and my coach would be yelling something, instructions, whatever it was. I just couldn't hear him. I remember sitting in class, I hear announcements on the loudspeaker. And if anyone here watched Peanuts, Charlie Brown growing up, it sort of sounded wah, 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 wah. I turned to my classmate, what did I say? As much as I wanted to be a scholar, I always sat at the front of the row in class because I just couldn't hear what the professor was saying. Why is he talking so low? Everyone keeps mumbling. I didn't understand why everyone kept mumbling. So I decided, maybe I should get my hearing checked out. I didn't expect anything of it. 23 years old at the time. Maybe it's nothing. It can't be anything. So I visited an audiologist. He sent me in to a nice soundproof room, put on a little headset, and he started telling me, repeat after them. Ice cream, hot dog. Then they tell me, raise your hand anytime you hear a beep. 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 Is that a beep? Is that another beep? After a while, I just kind of kept guessing. I thought I heard beeps. I wanted to hear beeps. They pulled me out. They sat me down. They told me, Danny, you have sensorineural hearing loss. Hearing loss? Hearing loss? What do you mean I have hearing loss? I'm 23 years old. It's not possible. How do I have hearing loss? I'm so young. No, you're wrong. Let's do this test again. There's no way I have hearing loss. I refused to believe it. I couldn't believe it. All my thoughts, subconsciousness, comes racing back. I'm blind in one eye. Now they're trying to tell me I have hearing loss. There's no way I have hearing loss. I was frustrated, angry. They told me it's genetics. They told me you have little tiny hairs inside your cochlea that begin to die. And sound waves no longer register to them, so they don't make it to your brain. And guess what? They don't come back. But don't you worry, Danny. We have these hearing aids just for you. Big, ugly, clunky hearing aids. Just for me. I didn't want to wear them. Are you kidding? I'm already self-conscious as it was growing up, and now I'm put back into my past with another grim reality. I was so angry, frustrated. I'm 23 years old, and now you're telling me I have to wear these hearing aids. What are people going to think? What am I going to think? I refuse to wear them. You couldn't make me wear them. You see, the thing about hearing loss is you never see it coming. It slowly creeps up on you. You don't expect it. You always question yourself, are you the only one that didn't hear that? With my vision, I can't tell you what it's like to look at this world with two eyes. I just can't. I wasn't born like that. This vision is the vision I've only ever known. But to hear, I can tell you what it's like to hear and slowly have it fade away from you. My name is Danny Cruz. I'm blind in one eye. I'm losing my hearing in both my ears. And I stand here before you today as vulnerable as ever, And despite all the struggles that I will face every day in my life until the day I die, what's most important to me is that I'm comfortable in my own skin, that I've come to own all of it, or simply, I've come to accept it. And for everyone watching here tonight, you got two choices. You can either curl up in a ball, hide, and curse the world, and constantly ask, why? Or you can accept yourself and the things you can't change, because to me, that is the most powerful thing you can do.